the golden point at 15. To be fair, I think since we started the golden point addendum, I don't know if we've actually reached 15 games. I am curious if we do end up ever getting to that point. The point of gold.
I haven't seen that happen before. I've tried doing just sparring matches, and I haven't really pulled them off either. So.
Well, AKMA has to be really careful with this down stack. There's not a lot of good options available. Manages to work down to the garbage. Keeping Surge as well. Fires off a little bit.
Instead, Bobs instead. A little bit of a rough spot. Ooh, quick thinking. But still not enough.
Yeah, and so ultimately having that Surge later for SUMMERJ was kind of what did the win condition.
But now SUMMERJ's misdropping first with an S, then with an O.
Everybody doing it.
Good start. Rollspin is just trying to thwart any spike attempts from AKMA.
Yeah, and you could see as well, a lot of those spikes were countered like partly through and not the whole thing. And then the Surge was also cheese, so like even if SUMMERJ made it all the way down, there was just not a lot going on that board. And so the cheese was kind of the lethal dose there for SUMMERJ. AKMA taking one, and we are all tied up after 2 rounds.
Yep, but AKMA is having to be in a precarious position to having to blink first, and well, SUMMERJ just noticed it, just went after AKMA.
Yeah, all it took was the one follow-up, the STSD into Surge, and we've got TKI now into TKI countered with SDPC into a center wheel follow-up. That's pretty strong. AKMA does not have a good way to dig down to the dig down through that garbage. SUMMERJ going to be taking yet another round.
I've drank through my tea that I don't have anymore.
Was it good tea?
It was very good tea. I think it was blackcurrant. Oh, AKMA's just waiting on SUMMERJ. And well, look at that.
Yeah, like it definitely like nothing long-term has happened from that decision. But it was very much like if AKMA would have decided to just like send that Surge early, SUMMERJ would have had the potential to accept all of that and then send the spike, which would have immediately topped out AKMA. So that was very good board awareness to make sure to like understand the nuances of when my board is safe to send something and when it is not.
Yeah, seemingly AKMA's just blowing up that Surge, but SUMMERJ is not too far behind. Oh, Blinks at 12 now.
Yeah, and there's the follow-up. And so a lot of these rounds are just essentially just getting caused by whoever holds Surge the longest and forces their opponent to send it prematurely. Which I don't want to... I guess prematurely is not like the best term, because like obviously an 18 Surge can still do, you know, quite a punch. But between SUMMERJ and AKMA, like both of them are relatively okay at surviving Surges if they have one of their own. So they're trying to force the other player to not have Surge so they can send that, you know, giant behemoth of a spike.
Just like that with AKMA, and SUMMERJ is in just a top spot that there's no conceivable option that they can get out of.
And you can see the efficiency always flying off the charts for whoever gets that better attack off in time. Ooh, and the Z-spin on top of the fractal to keep it open and still getting some all-swing credit in. I really like that option. All right, and AKMA decides to go...
The third night spike that came through in AKMA, but seemingly just went nowhere. And if I said that that was also the Miku number, be my guest.
All right, back-to-back is getting built up quite speedily from both. We're probably going to be seeing another instance of whoever can keep that Surge the longest. All right, AKMA
it's going to be with SUMMERJ here.
Yeah, this is a really big surge advantage, and they're still going to keep holding on to it. All right. Does not see...
Oh, and there it goes. 24.
All right. Might have been able to release it like a little bit earlier, but again, you might as well play it as safe as you can if you're not in any sense of danger. And so the monster spike from SUMMERJ going to be earning another round.
Yep. Early surge coming in from AKMA. Oh, and we got a fractal. A lot of all spins.
And definitely, I think with the extra speed that Aqua's playing with right now... Oh,
but
I was going to say...
the mesh drops.
Building up Surge a little bit faster, but that sudden little burst from SUMMERJ was enough to catch AKMA off guard and really put a hinder on that stack. Oh my goodness, wow. I was not sure how AKMA was going to clean up that stack and keep the Surge going, but I'm very glad it happened.
So I have an important question for you, Daniel.
Yes.
So what exactly does a deuce mean?
Well, so deuce in this case will happen. So if you look at the first to counter at the top of your screen, it says first to 11 plus 2 with a 15 dependency. And the deuce essentially means you have to win your set by a certain number of games. So if you make it to 11 wins and your opponent is at only 4 or 5 wins, then you win the set because it's more than that 2, which is that little +2. So you have to win by 2 or more rounds. Which also means that in the case of if you make it to 11 wins but your opponent has 10, you have not won by 2 games, and so the match will still continue until a player does. So that player that is then at 10 wins could get 11, and then it becomes essentially a mini first to 2 while both players are sitting at 11 wins. Now,
kind of like tennis, basically. Yeah. Like if you get to 40 and so does your opponent, it's a deuce, and then you just keep playing until someone gets advantage and then wins during advantage.
Yeah, essentially kind of like a 2 in a row, although with the nuances of it, if you've lost one, you can kind of win another one and bring it back to deuce, and those sets can sometimes go on for quite a long time, which is why, as of recently, there's been the patch to add a golden point, which essentially means we can have deuce up until a certain point, in which case, if you make it to that final number, you win. It doesn't matter what the difference is.
I'm a pro on Firestorm.
I think in total, there's been about 4 or 5 sets that have made it past 15. Some of them have almost made it to 20. I don't know if we've seen past 20 before, but we have had some 17 to 19 sets before.
I think I remember correctly during ETM 16 winners final, there was a deuce that went on for 3 times.
There's
16-14. That was just crazy.
Yeah,
and I was commentating that as well.
Deuces can... Oh. Well, that is unfortunate. The giant surge was sent off, but unfortunately the stack was already so high that SUMMERJ unfortunately didn't really have any options around it.
We got some interesting stories from WileyJ as well. They were playing Spike Ball with their classmates in high school, and they played to first to 21 and win by 2. One of our games made it to 32 to 30. Oh my god!
I will say, having a +2 when the set count is already over 20 is just that just sounds like a bad idea.
It was ridiculous. Thank you for the story, Violet. No, J. Man, I can't even talk.
It's okay.
Even Dingo's confused.
All right, and we have a difference of 2 right now. AKMA's up 8-6. So just winning
after turning around when SUMMERJ was up by 2.
Oh. little bit of early
Not a
misdrop.
great start, but is able to. They're just able to clean that up pretty nicely. Now just go for those LSTs. Maybe not for long. Maybe just go for like some crazy all spins.
Oh, but right now, momentum is all in the hands right now of SUMMERJ. 23 back-to-back. It's still growing. AKMA just is trying frantically to build up even the smallest of surges to try and send something off. But this is going to come down to when SUMMERJ pulls the trigger on the surge. Basically no garbage on the board for the longest time. Lets the surge pop around 30. That's a 44 spike.
Wait. AKMA?
There, a little bit of desync, so I think right now...
Osk? Hello? Ribbon?
I don't... That could be a DC, I suppose, but... you can see in SUMMERJ's case, not taking any chances, just going to keep building clean stacks.
Average Indonesian Wi-Fi.
Okay. So...
Well, that sucks.
I'm not sure how things looked on AKMA's ends. We'll have to double check if we can get them back in the round. I'm not sure if that means we'll start at 8 or 9 wins in AKMA's case. I guess, yeah, 7. Or either 6 or 7. I assume it'll probably get credited to SUMMERJ in that case, just with how strong that spike was.
And this is clearly 7-8. I don't think AKMA could survive that. Thank you for the insight.
All right. I do hope this was not like the grid just went down and AKMA just cannot play.
What happened, AKMA?
I don't know. I haven't seen AKMA rejoin, so this could also just be... Actually, I guess I should probably check on Discord, double check if they're still communicating. Because like if they've just completely gone dark, then it could be just like a large like internet issue, like something more just like, oh, you know, my Wi-Fi went down versus, oh, my neighborhood and like the city, we're all down, you know.
Yeah. So I got word from John. Did they DC cannon? That's. I mean, I'm having trouble just reading the English.
Okay, so yeah, so apparently the power died on AKMA's end, so that was the primary issue.
Power outage. Ouch.
Mm-hmm. So looking to get things back up and running, hopefully. We'll have to double check. Oh man. Which I mean, to be fair, yeah, like sometimes if the grid goes down, there's not much we can really do about it. But just, you know, hey, if it gets back up and running, we'll keep the set going. But it's unfortunate. It happens, you know. Which actually, now that I think about it, oh shoot, where was it at? I can think of actually in recent times. I think over the past couple months, I've heard of 2 instances where there were like large-scale power outages in certain places. Nowhere that like I've like been in and around as of recent, so I like haven't had to deal with it. But I remember I was in a part of a group trip that went to Chile for a week, and literally like 2 weeks before we go, we get like a message from like the embassy or whatever that's like, hey, so almost the whole nation is out of power right now. We don't really know what's going on, but we'll let you know if something happens. And I feel like just because, like, I'm a little bit of US bias, because, like, there are 3 different power grids, so unless all 3 go down, like some part of the country will have power, essentially.
Yep.
But it was just, like, the whole country of Chile, like, with a couple of exceptions, was just, like, out of power. Like, you don't, like, think of it as, like, being, like, oh, okay, well, like, if you have a generator, do something, but it's, like, imagine just, like, with the snap of fingers, you have to go off the grid and run everything. Like that, there's just so much that, like, could go wrong, essentially. It just seems such like a stressful thing to do.
Alright. I think AKMA is back and we're going back in. Hopefully that doesn't put too much stress after having that.
Alright, oh, okay, so the set count is... Oh, uh-oh. Wait, they're topping up.
No.
Abort! We need to...
No. That was just to give that advantage point.
Oh, just for the event? Oh, okay. Alright. Fantastic. Okay. I freaked out for a second. I was like, guys, it's first to 4. We can't...
Yeah, Bobby G Tingo, even John was just like, huh? What?
Alright, well, so the true set count right now is, yeah. So this is 9-7.
Yeah, probably the hard drop spam kind of whiplashed somewhere there. Ooh. This is on the 6-8 turn to 7-9. Oh, this is the...
Alright, Surge is traded pretty evenly right now. Not sure if we'll see any massive buildup of Surge, because there's still a little bit of work that kind of has to get done for both AKMA and SUMMERJ.
I mean, what else is new with the scuffiness?
Although I guess in this context right now, we do have SUMMERJ building up Surge and not really getting pushed up that much by AKMA. Well, okay, the snap does happen at 14 back-to-back, but now AKMA able to hold on to about a similar Surge and lets it rip. Oh no, a couple of bad misdrops right now for SUMMERJ. AKMA continuing this back-to-back pressure.
But SUMMERJ is pretty much able to recover and got all the way down. Andy's completely just whiplashed. 7-9? Screw it. We're a ball.
I mean, if both players agree to, to be fair, I think that was kind of more of like I probably wouldn't have survived that giant spike. But if both players are okay starting with 7-9, then they both start with 7-9 or whatever.
Well, now match point for AKMA.
Although, yeah, that is kind of crazy that we're... Alright. Yeah, because again, this is loser's bracket, so the player that goes out here is out of the tournament.
Look at SUMMERJ going with that LST. He's now in the... Oh, that's looking like a 6-3 actually. Oh, but caught out. Bad spot.
Oh.
I'm going to make some really dangerous decisions to stay in the game. He's able to clean it up. Oh, now he's gotten the point.
Alright, SUMMERJ now on... well, I don't want to say on the board, because the set's been going on for a while. But it is 8-10, and we are 2 matches away from a deuce potential.
Yeah, hopefully we actually get a deuce. Because I haven't seen one. Except for the part where, oh, that's a tight spot. Oh, where's the T having to use the... Probably LJ, I wasn't paying too much attention, but just having to utilize the T-spin setup a little differently than they were hoping for.
Oh, okay. Surges get to trade hands from both SUMMERJ and AKMA. Things even out pretty nicely. Although AKMA seems to be playing to the speed advantage a little bit, trying to build up that Surge really fast, and is kind of just being able to do it before SUMMERJ can even really build anything up to begin with.
Yeah, but now SUMMERJ has a lot of potential to go for a big spike here. But just waiting for the right moment, but you really do not want to dwindle this opportunity.
Oh boy, greedy play there.
I was thinking that was going to be it to keep SUMMERJ in for another round, but that actually might nope. But it's going well. I cannot read.
Oh,
well,
and
unfortunately.
the reversal. Yep, and AKMA just had really strong access to that garbage at the very end, and all right.